tí gbogbo èèyàn ń fẹ́. Ìròyìn kò má dé tá mojú bá. Poli TV tí gbogbo ayé ń retí. A ní ẹ máa gbọ́ wá kẹ́ máa wò wá Poli. Poli TV Ìláró la kalẹ̀ sí o. Tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ ti máa gbọ́, ẹ ti máa gbọ́, ẹ ti máa gbọ́, ẹ ti máa gbọ́ pé Poli TV ẹ ti máa gbọ́, wá dẹ̀ ẹ ti máa gbọ́ o. Poli TV Ìláró la wà nínú Poli gangan o, nínú Poli la wà o. Poli TV, Poli TV, Poli TV wá dẹ̀ ti máa gbọ́ o. Móhùnmáwòrán wa táwa fẹ́ mú ìdàgbàsókè wa wá dẹ̀ ti máa gbọ́. Poli fún dàgbàsókè, TV fún dàgbàsókè o. Wá ti máa gbọ́, wá ti máa gbọ́ o. Ó yá pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹwò wá o. Ó yá pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹwò wá o. Poli TV tá ń sọ tí gbogbo ayé. Ẹ pàkúrúmà kẹwò dáadáa, kẹwò dáadáa, kẹwò wá o. Wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa l'Amẹ́ríkà, ń gbọ́ wa ní gbogbo ìlú o. Pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹwò wá o. Pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹwò wá o. Poli TV o tí gbogbo àwa ń retí. Ilẹ̀ yé wa la kalẹ̀ sí nílùú Ìláró wa. Tẹlifíṣàn fún ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ wa ni. Tẹlifíṣàn fún ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ gbogbo wa. Ẹ pàkúrúmà, ẹ pàkúrúmà, pàkúrúmà, kẹjọ dáadáa, kẹjọ dáadáa, ẹ pàkúrúmà, ẹ pàkúrúmà, kẹjọ dáadáa, ẹ pàkúrúmà, ẹ pàkúrúmà, kẹjọ dáadáa, àjọ dáadáa, jọ dáadáa, jọ dáadáa, òun là ń retí, ẹjọ dáadáa, ló máa wòran wa ni, ẹ pàkúrúmà, ẹ máa wò wá o, Poli làwà o. Poli TV ni ẹ wò wá o, 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 ẹ máa gbọ́ wá kẹ́ máa wò wá. Ó ń torí ọmọ Akíndé ṣèyí fún wa nílẹ̀ yé wa. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa mọ́pẹ́ wa wá o. Ọmọ Akíndé ń ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Móhùnmáwòrán wọ ìlú Ìláró. Tẹlifíṣàn tuntun tún wọ ilẹ̀ yé wa. Àwa dúpẹ́ adúpẹ́ o, adúpẹ́ pẹ́ òkun. Ọmọ Akíndé ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ọmọ Akíndé ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Nílẹ̀ yé wa, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ọmọ Akíndé ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, olóṣè bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ọmọ Akíndé ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, Gàyí ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ó fún wa ní tẹlifíṣàn, ó fún wa móhùnmáwòrán, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ọmọ Akíndé ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́ nílẹ̀ yé wa ní Poli Ìláró, Poli Ìláró TV. Móhùnmáwòrán wa Poli fún dàgbàsókè o, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́, ó ṣe bẹ́bẹ́. Ẹ máa gbọ́ wá kẹ́ máa wò wá ní Poli. Ọmọ Akíndé ọpẹ́ wa rèé, ọmọ Akíndé, ọmọ Akíndé àwa ń dúpẹ́ oore tó ṣe. Poli TV ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, gbogbo wa náà ń wò káàkiri àgbáyé. Poli TV ọmọ Akíndé àwa dúpẹ́ adúpẹ́, ọpẹ́ wa náà rèé, ẹ ṣeun ọmọ Akíndé o. Ọmọ Akíndé mọ rírì o ọmọ Akíndé fún Poli TV tẹ́ ẹ ṣe àwa dúpẹ́ àtọpẹ́ dá o àdúpẹ́ àtọpẹ́ dá bẹ́ẹ̀rù bá mọ nù ro àwa dúpẹ́ àtọpẹ́ dá ṣèbí yìnyín kẹ́ni ṣe mí o yìnyín kẹ́ni lè ṣe mí ọmọ Akíndé àdúpẹ́ àdúpẹ́ Poli tí a ti ń retí tẹlifíṣàn tá a ti ń retí móhùnmáwòrán tá a ti ń retí ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ gbogbo wa ọmọ Akíndé àwa dúpẹ́ àdúpẹ́ pẹ́ òkun àdúpẹ́ àdúpẹ́ pẹ́ ọ̀sà o bẹ́ẹ̀ ń bá dúpẹ́ ó lè kó gbà mìíràn o àwa dúpẹ́ àwa dúpẹ́ ọmọ Akíndé ẹ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa ní tẹlifíṣàn nílẹ̀ yé wa tẹlifíṣàn ní polytechnic Ìlaró ọmọ Akíndé àwa dúpẹ́ oore o àdúpẹ́ dúpẹ́ ló bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ìgbà kan làwa ń wojú sánmọ̀ ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ò bójú wa jẹ́. ìgbà kan làwa ń wojú sánmọ̀ ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ò bójú wa jẹ́. ìgbà kan làwa ń wojú sánmọ̀ ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ò bójú. ìgbà kan làwa ń wojú sánmọ̀ ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ò bójú. ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ó ṣe Ọlọ́run o ìgbà kan làwa ń wojú sánmọ̀ o ó ṣe Ọlọ́run ó ṣe Ọlọ́run o ẹ pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa kẹ pàkúrúmà o. ẹ pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa kẹ pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa o. pàkúrúmà kẹjọ dáadáa Poli TV là wà. mo máa wòran fún ìdàgbàsókè wa ni o. ẹ pàkúrúmà pàkúrúmà ẹ jó dáadáa Poli là wà o Poli là wà o Poli TV o ìdàgbàsókè wa ẹ jó dáa ẹ pàkúrúmà ẹ jó dáadáa ẹ pàkúrúmà ẹ jó dáadáa Poli TV là wà o ẹ jó dáadáa ẹ pàkúrúmà Poli TV o ẹ pàkúrúmà ẹ máa gbọ́ wa kẹ́ máa wò wá ẹ máa gbọ́ wa kẹ́ máa wò wá o.
Hello and welcome the great people of Yowaland to this historic inaugural show of Poli Ilaro TV. I am Samuel Olaniyan.
And I am Damilola Adekunle. We are truly honored to be here this afternoon, marking a new chapter in the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro and the Yowa community at large.
Today we celebrate these relentless years of dedication and innovation, and also the unwavering commitment to excellence that the current rector, Dr. Mukail Akinde, has been able to achieve. And this Poli Ilaro TV was established in the year 2023, and today we are having the very first inaugural show.
Yes, and to kick off this monumental occasion, we have the distinct honor of welcoming our first guest on the show today, and that is person of
Dan, before you introduce our guest, I would really want us to really talk about this whole thing, this whole celebration. And you know, Poli Ilaro TV, as far as I'm concerned, you know, this dream was started by the former rector, that's Dr. Olusegun Olanraja Aluko. And so far, were you really expecting this thing to come so fast, like in terms of this, what we're doing today?
Truth be told, I wasn't expecting it to come this.
And in Ogun States.
And the Poly Tvilaro stands as a testament to visionary leadership and the collective effort of everyone at the Federal Polytechnic Tvilaro and also the community.
Of course, yeah, the community,
Yeah.
they played a huge role in this. And I think one of the things the chairman told us about was how we had sponsors and some other good people within the community that actually added, came on board and also tried to bring in their own quota to this old television station, and it's a very good one. So we want to congratulate everyone, the entire Yewa community, Ogun State as a whole, as well as the Polytechnic students, lecturers, everyone. You all have made this dream come true.
And we really appreciate every one of you. Every one of you. So, to our guests now, I want you to introduce our guests.
All right, it's somebody we all know. We have in the studio with us today the Deputy Registrar, Public Relations, and he's a journalist by excellence. He's a man, he's involved in community service. And outside that, he's also, like I said, he's a journalist, a teacher, an academic also. He's someone that you always find him smiling, and he has a trademark.
I'm making some jokes there.
Yeah, he has a trademark. And one of that trademark is, you find him putting his hand at his back, crossed like this.
Yeah.
Whenever he's walking around in the school premises, and always smiling. And we have seen him in many events in the school, doing MC, anchor, and all that. So he's one of our mentors and also a journalist. On this particular program, we are colleagues. Sorry, sir. He's my
And
colleague.
also, you didn't mention, he's also member of the TV board.
Yeah, he's also a member of the TV board.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Dami. So I have the pleasure of welcoming to the show today, Mr. Shola Abiala. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the packaging.
That's interesting. So,
Yeah.
so sir, let's really talk about the whole television station. I know you, as the public relation officer, you should be the most excited person about it, because so far so good. Before now, probably what you had was social media. You disseminate information via social media and probably via television station, the radio station. And now, what excites you the most about this project, the Poly TV?
Thank you very much. Let me first of all appreciate the management for this television station. It's like it was established for me to make my job easy. Not even easy, easier. You see, before, it's like when you have a job to do, to reach the nooks and crannies of the society, and you're the only one. Now we are three. The three of us, myself, the radio, and the television. We have to be looking for media, to look for this, to look for that. All I need to do is that I already have a source. Whatever I want to tell the people, I tell it to the television and the radio. And from there, other big media houses will pick. So they've simplified, this radio television station has simplified my job. So I am the most excited today. Highly excited.
That's a very good one. That's a very good one to be said. So now, I want to ask you, how can you describe the relationship between the students and the school?
Cordial. One word. Cordial. You see, the Federal Polytechnic has a culture, a family culture. Some people change the federal to family. Family Polytechnic Tvilaro. We don't see students as students. We see students as our children. So we treat them as their our own biological children. So it is that enables us to have free flow of information between us. Some people will say this place is this place is that. It is the way you bring somebody to close or further to you that determine how you relate. In the student Aluta, they said they have 3C: confrontation,
Consolidate, consult,
consolidate,
consolidate, and
you consult, you
confrontation.
consolidate, and you confront.
Yes, sir.
They are only able to use two here because there's no need for the third one. When they consult, then we consolidate. When you get answer, you're looking for answer in 3 places and you get it even in the first place. Do you need to go to the third place? No. So if they couldn't get it in the first, they get it in second. So there's no need for them to go to the third. Now, the relationship between the students and the management is so cordial. And it has been like that for long. Every of the rector, every of the management team will tell you that we operate an open door policy.
See.
In fact, it marvels me most of the time when rector will come out during a program and dictate his number to students. That when you have a problem, feel free to call me. Feel free to talk to me. I remember the very first time I met with the vice chancellor of the university, even at the master's level. It's like I was shaking. I was shaking. But here, I just knock. Somebody wants to see you. The director say, come in. In fact, it elates me a lot. So that gives the students the leverage, the courage to tell us how much. When you are too strict with your children, they won't tell you what they need to tell you. What they are unable to tell you, they'll go and be telling people outside. And those people might not be teaching them the right thing. So much about sorry, the cocoa, and the children will run away from you. That is the way we are treating them. And we have a bond of disciplined students. It is not Konju Koko that will make students to be disciplined. Where you need to pat them at the back, you do it. Where you need to scold them, you do it. So at the end of the day, even no matter how terrible you look, they'll still come to you. And that is what this management is doing. I'm giving it to them.
All right, and that's a very good one and a very beautiful one at that. And so we want to look at the aspect of, you made mention of having 3 now. You have the TV station, you have radio station, and also the public relations unit. And we need to find out, so far so good, nothing much has been heard from your unit, that's the public relations unit online as it relates to, for instance, we have, I think on Facebook, very fantastic. We have adequate, the presence of the unit is felt there. But as we relate to other social media platforms, you go to X, talk about X, talk about TikTok, and you know the world is really evolving now. So are we going to be seeing more of content coming from the unit on even TikTok, Instagram, and the likes?
It's been there.
Really?
Yes. I have an assistant who is anchoring that, Mrs. Olorunfemi. Okay. We have a TikTok handle, we have an X handle, we have some other things. Maybe what we
I doubt if the student even knows about that. Probably you might need to give it out to them now.
From the moment I leave this place, then they will get it. The handle will get across. We've been doing fantastic. You can see me relaxing. So it's because I have a lot of channels through which I reach the students.
Okay, that's a very good one.
So in what way is the launch of the Poly TV Laro, the inaugural show, the launching of the studio, the Poly TV Laro station generally, going to help you to disseminate information faster
to the
student?
Thank you very much. I've preempted your question when you were introducing me. I said the job that is being done by one person is now being handled by 3. And where the two other people are not just one person, there are organizations. I am an individual as a PRO. The television is an entity. The radio is an entity. So if, let's even say, the entity of the television is 2, and that of radio is 2 plus 1, 5. So what, now look at this cup. Look at this one. If we are to fill this with this, maybe it contains 2. We do it twice. But if we have 5 of this, we only need 2 to even get it filled up. So whatever information, whatever notice we want to pass out to people, instead of you just checking for my WhatsApp or checking for the public relations, checking for this, the television station will first of all air it. You know, radio and television, the news now. The news for now. Until when I have to write, you see, I'm trying to make the television station and the radio station sources. Before, we will be looking for news to write. Then if you want to do anything, we'll call newspapers, we'll call televisions, we'll call some other thing. All we need to do is domicile our information here. The other media houses will be sourcing
From them.
their news from them. So our own story will be told by our own medium.
In our own way.
In our own way. So they will now be picking from there. So why won't I be happy and relaxed? The radio will do it for me. The television will do it for me. All I need is supply the station with relevant information on time.
Which you've been doing so far.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right, we spoke to some students as well as members of the community, the Polytechnic community. We had some interview with them, Vox Pop.
Yeah.
We'll really go and listen to some of this, what they have to say about this inaugural show. When we come back, we'll still continue with the show.
Audio Jungle.
I expect awareness. I expect that the Poly TV should give us reasons why they should be in school, things like that. They should educate students more. I think these are one of the things I expect from Poly TV.
I actually expect from them something educative, something that will bring more light to students and make them know what the reason why they are in school and the world at large, and to understand things that
I expect much from Poly TV, but I really like if Poly TV Ilaro can bring out the talent hidden in these students, because they can bring out those potential from us. So I will encourage the Poly TV Ilaro to organize a conference or a seminar, something like that, a party, so that we the students can showcase what we have in us, because we are the students of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro.
I feel like they should probably impact Ilaro as a whole, and at the same time, the students also, they should engage the students in their businesses.
We expect them to be like a voice for the students, in the sense that when there are things is bothering students, they should kind of be like an intermediary between the students and the DSA or the school authority, and bring about something like socials that will bring students along with the schools. I want them to make them bigger and impact students and bring kind of engagement within the students also.
Firstly, I want the TV to be lively, because every student don't want something that is too boring and be like, or educational, yes. And also something that we can be able to like get top-notch information from. Informations that once, even without getting a memo, we can be able to, okay, by the time we watch the TV and like go through the TV channel, we can be able to get informations directly and early and faster.
Remember when I wanted to come for HND, my uncle told me, pick Ilaro. Ilaro now has a TV studio. So I think I look forward to the experience of being, although I'm not a broadcast student, but I look forward to the experience of seeing what the TV looks like. And just like we have been given free hand to run and engage in the radio station, I also believe that we would experience a lot as we get a TV station and further broaden our horizon as journalists in the making.
The Poly TV is coming from the school campus, so it must base on the students' activities. It must give us information on more knowledge on what we are doing recently in the campus, and also something like social cultural day. We are expecting them to be showing some activities like that too, and we don't want it to be boring, so it must be very interesting as well.
Firstly, I like to see talk shows, but not just ordinary talk shows, like for the music industry. You know, we students, we like music, and we the Gen Zs, yeah, we like music. So more music shows like top 10 countdowns. Yes, that's what I want to say.
Okay. Audio Jungle.
Welcome to the inaugural show. We are still celebrating the relentless years of dedication, innovation, and the unwavering commitment to excellence that both Dr. Akinde and Dr. Aluko embody. And we still have our guest in the studio, and that is Shola, Mr. Shola Abiala. Thank you so much for still coming around. Thank you for coming around.
Mr. Shola Abiala.
I said we are colleagues. So at this
Yeah,
point in
you
time,
mentioned
that
we-
one,
You mentioned. Before we went on that short break, you spoke about how the TV station is going to help you in dissemination of information to the student. Now, let's talk about the PR itself. How are you going to adjust? Because you are used to making use of your socials. Now you have to make use of the TV station to disseminate information. And it has to come to the TV station first. So that that's also a way to get people to engage, people to go to the TV station to get information. How do you plan on
Adjustment.
Yes, adjustment.
That is what we call quick adjustment. When you need to get to Ibadan to get a phone to buy before, and they now sell the phone at Orita. So will the adjustment be difficult or simple? It will be very, very simple. Because all these things I have to be doing before, I have to be running head to scatter. And I have a place, a space where I can even reach within a second. All I need to do is, as it is happening, I'm passing it. And you know the television uses the picture. You need little words. When there is picture there, the picture will explain everything better. Where I have to be describing, according to the television will have shown the name. Where somebody says something that I wouldn't know how to say it in order to quote the person out of context. I can always say according to him. And the television will bring his own or our voice out. There will not be any need for maybe misrepresentation or quoting someone out of context.
Yeah.
The adjustment has already been there because it brings my job closer, faster, and easier for me to do. So I don't know if I answered your question.
All right, so I want to find out. I'm aware that the Polytechnic itself has social media handle, then the population unit has social media handle, and now Poly TV would definitely also has social media handle. Let's talk about how we intend to unify all these platforms together, because you cannot be looking out for a specific audience and be having too many mediums doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is there any plan? Because if you look at other schools, other institutions, you find out that they would only have an official account across all social media platforms except for their media. So you have, for instance, you have other institutions. Let me just you have for instance, you have like TV.
Yeah.
And you also have the official University of Lagos account, like on Facebook and all that. But unlike that in our institution, we have, I'm aware that we have, for instance, on Facebook, we have the Federal Polytechnic, what's it called, PR unit on Facebook, and we also have. So how do you intend? Is there any plan to unify this platform so that we won't be having too many, varying accounts on social medias?
It's already unified.
Okay.
You see, let me tell you, before we used to have one public relations platform, FPI Public Relations. So when I came on board, I discovered that the platform can take just about 500 and whatever people.
Okay.
So I opened 2 or 3 more, public relations 1, public relations 2, public relations 3. When I discovered that the people are misusing that, I opened one we call FPI. Only the admin can post.
Okay.
You will only get information from there. And the Facebook, we are all aligned together. There is what I do. There's something I created, FPI online newsletter.
Okay.
Anything that is happening that is posted on the platform for the Polytechnic, I paste it on the online newsletter for the people in ICT, those who are managing the website and the portal, to pick stories from there. So it is whatever story that they pick from there that will go and post. So that is why I said we are already aligned. There is nothing. Immediately the story is posted on all the platforms, I will post it on the on letter and I will tell the administrator there for the website, for our portal. And most of the time when an information, because I'm supposed to be on all the student platforms, but it's not possible. So what I now do is, as soon as a story concerning students come out, I'll just post it to the DSA. I said for the student platforms. So we have one single source of information. But you know that in news writing, there are styles. We may be saying the same thing in different ways. So there is harmony between all the major source of the official information of the Polytechnic, and that is the Public Relations Office. So whatever we get, even if they get anything like something has just been posted to me while I was there, I think the thing came when there was something of one of our students who won second place in a competition of deans of engineering. That was it. So instead of posting it out first, just write the story, send it to the television station. The television station now becomes the anchor. I will be the feeder. I'll feed the station with news. The station will disseminate it. Every other thing. In fact, when people need to go to our Facebook before to get it, and it will not be the immediate news. When they watch it, merely we start our constant or consistent broadcast now. News will be scrolling. Everything that is happening will be scrolling the news, just like every other thing. I wouldn't wait until I write it. They say, oh, our senator has added another shuttle bus. Oh, Poly now has 6 shuttle buses. To be scrolling as things are going on. So it is, the television station has come to coordinate, to harmonize all the platforms, so that it even gives me some little respite, little rest. So that by the time I'm trying to, it's easy to write this story, let me tell you. It's very easy. So by the time I'm trying to do that, I'll just have send the summary to the television station. You just television it serves me right.
Okay, so that's a very good one. Thank you so much. So I want to ask, you are the Deputy Registrar of the Public Relations of the Federal Polytechnic Tvilaro, which means you are the eyes. You are the one saying what is happening in the community and the students. So what other measures you have in place aside from news for the sustainability of the Poly TV?
Oh, so many. There are events happening. You see, they mention town and gown. Thank God Polytechnic always has a spear. We have the public relations dealing with the entire Polytechnic audiences. Then we have the town and gown. The town and gown is for the immediate consumption of the community. There are so many things that the town and gown people will bring, and I will just leverage on it and get it across. You see, apart from these news and some other things, it's not only news. There are so many things that will get people to know. Like when the issue of what do I want to say? Something happened that if we put it as news, it might look somehow. And most of the let's go to the incident of that student. The student that had a problem, the student we lost some time ago.
At the medical.
Yes.
And now they said immediately they came and the student wrote the news. You know, when something happened, students being what they are, the sympathy will be on the side of their colleagues, always there. Yeah. And the journalist that first of all broke the news, the Punch consulted me, and the Punch said they will not publish anything until they hear. I said that is responsible journalism. When you hear a story, you want to balance it. I don't know whether you are still being taught the ABOC, those accuracy, balance, objectivity, and so on and so forth. So I had to find out what is happening, and every other media that were using that story were using the two, from the point of view of the first reporter, and then from our own point of view. In fact, it was even on the radio, and he said, but somebody pointed it out to that. This person did not even conjure the story. He brought a medical report to support what happened. Of course, the student did not even die in our clinic. She reported there. We took her to when we discovered that, the ailment needed another specialist something. We said something out. But the fact remains that we are able to interact with them. We are able to let them know the truth. I told you about public relations it's not about propaganda.
Of course.
It is to tell them what happened. So I am the one to tell them the exact thing that happened. Of course, you cannot convince everybody. People will contradict even the truest.
To know them. And before you go, sir, let's look out
Thank God
for
I'm going very soon.
what is the expectation? What do you really expect from these, or what do you think students should expect from this inaugural show and this TV station?
Oh, they should expect timely information, timely education, timely entertainment, and timely all these their social paparazzi and some other thing. You know what they spend time watching on this? We have content. Let me tell you, we have content. We will be playing multiple, or let me just review this, dual roles. We'll be entertaining the larger community. But our largest audience are students. And most of our content will be student-based. I want to tell them that, let them relax. Most of their classes, I'm not telling them to be missing classes, but most of their classes, they will get
catch up.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. We have to go to the exam first. Well, yes, we need to go on a short musical break. We'll be right back.
back. You're still on to Poly TV Ilaro, and we still have with us today my co-host Damilola Adekunle.
Yeah.
And I'm Samuel Olaniyo. And so we've been talking about this whole. We are in a very excited mood because it's the very first.
Yeah.
Inaugural show of the station, Polylaro TV. And I can tell you that everyone is excited. We're happy about this happening. And for towards this, we've been of the Directorate of Student Affairs, that's Dr. Mr. Momi, but he's represented by the sub-dean, and that's in person of Are, Mr. Are Oluwasegun. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Right, sir.
Before we start the questions today, let's just say something about our TV station.
Wow, it's fantastic. And we've been expecting it to kickstart, to be kick-started in full flesh, but we thank God that our hope is not dashed, and we're happy that we have started. Thank you so much.
I need to say this on WhatsApp or so, where I saw you with your megaphone. You have that trademark, with the megaphone. Go and pay your school fees, and I think we need to put that will probably come to a pause now that we have the Poly TV. What do you think, sir?
Well, it will be much easier, and to disseminate information becomes very easy. Instead of going around like that time, it was so difficult and.
But it was fun to see anyway.
But we thank God.
To read the students.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fun to see. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the topic of today. What's the relationship between the students and the DSA, that is the Directorate of Student Affairs? How is it like?
It is cordial. Our job at DSA is to stand in gap between the students and the management. And as the name implies, the Directorate of Student Affairs, it has to do with student affairs. We are there because of students. And the perception that what people used to think about DSA is not. And with my dean and we, the team, we are changing the narrative. We are safe and protected. That is our job.
I think we need to commend the current dean of DSA, Mr. Omomi. Dr. Omomi, I'm sorry, pardon me, Dr. Omomi, because he's done a fantastic job as regards student relationship. Because gone are the days when we normally have students, they're really scared. DSA, I don't want to have any issue with DSA, but I think now students can easily walk into DSA, lodge their complaint, and then they get them. So let's talk about how do you undo student complaint? Because a whole lot of these complaints come around. Is, for instance, talk about landlord-student relationship. In fact, I would say that is one of the major you have.
And even student-to-student relationship.
Of course. And so how do you, as a directorate, how do you undo such complaints? Such that, because most times students, they usually have this motive that in the long run, students will support students. Then the DSA will support the school.
The school.
So what do you have to say to such insinuations?
At DSA, we stand at the middle. We are neither here nor there. If there are issues, a student bring complaint, we listen to both sides. We ensure that we are not biased. And you can ask, we are not. Since I've been there, with all I know, we are not biased. And students are now feeling good coming to us. Because when we need to stand by our students, we stand by them. When they need to be scolded, we do. Thank you.
Okay, so the Directorate of Student Affairs also overlook the welfare of the student. So we have over 25,000 students in the Polytechnic. How are you overlooking, how are you taking charge of their welfareism? 25 students. You can't know every student. So how do you do it?
How? We are highly strategic in handling that. We have so many platform for handling the situation on students that we have now.
Okay.
We have what we call PICOF. It's a link between the polytechnic and the
Community.
environment. And you know that out of the 22,000 students, we can now only house 846 on campus, less than 1,000. That means town is where the majority are. We have people in town that give us information in all areas, all streets in Ilaro. We are in charge, fully in charge. You can see it's evident. We don't have issues. Before anything happened, we are aware because our ears are on ground. So we don't have issues. We handle, and you can see for yourself. If anything happened when we are called, we 24/7